Review Productions brings you classic entertainment in a modern world and an vintage matter with a cast that's keeping the golden age of radio alive in a day in the life of Hollywood 1930s. With the voices of Dominique Breckenridge as Betty Gray, Jasmine Lofton as Rachael Ellis Hagen, and Tamara Solomon as Pike Anderson.
Hello, folks. Your host for this evening, Rachael Ellis Hagen here. Tonight, A Day in the Life of brings you an original story written by Dominique Breckenridge entitled The Case of Linda Joyce. A girl who wanted fame, fortune, and without knowing it, fluff, the one thing that she earned, was trusted with, had, but brushed it aside just for another four-letter word. You see, fame and fortune meant so much to her, she was unable to recognize or see anything else. Our story tonight begins with a very unpleasant scene. The Case of Linda Joyce.
Wrap it up. This is a done deal, just another thing with no name.
Wasn't that the big star? Linda
Joyce. Yeah, that was her.
How do you know so much? You know her?
No, I didn't know her. Nobody did. I was only her sister and manager.
You must be Caden Russell, or rather, Caden Joyce.
I used to be.
I don't quite follow you.
Then don't, unless you want to end up like Linda Joyce.
Isn't that funny? No matter what you've done in life, the only thing that matters, the only thing people remember is what you did wrong. Yeah, life is funny, but death is a riot. It's the only place you can get your point across. They don't listen to you when you're alive, but they pay attention when you're dead, just so they could look at you, pass judgments, make assessments, theories, point the fingers, because they think you can't defend yourself. But death speaks volumes. Just take me. What they will hear from me now that I'm gone, I'll give them plenty.
You look great, Linda. You're really going places in this world.
Yeah?
You keep knocking them out like you did out there tonight. You'll be playing the big time.
Well, I'm not going to do it playing in joints like this. These old hole-in-the-wall joints.
Joints like this. Joints like this are what's making you, Linda.
I'm not looking for something to make me. Mom and Pop done that a long time ago. I'm looking for something to take me to the top.
You can't rush it, Linda.
Rush my eye. I've been pumping all my life to make it, full speed in overdrive, and I don't have a minute to waste. So while you're taking me up bit by bit, piece by piece, I'm way out there on the rail. Listen, Caden, in this I know. My ambitions crush all those New York Hollywood big shots. This little Chicago girl can beat the best of them. I know about the work, and I'm not afraid of it. I trust you, Caden, but I will do this, with or without you.
Be prepared for the big league at the first opportunity.
At the drop of a hat.
I may know somebody that's been coming out into the hot spot interested in your material. Unsure if you're ready or not, but sees potential.
Caden?
I can get you in as a feature spot in one of his upcoming shows, if you pass the audition.
When?
Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.
I'll be there at 6.
Don't push it, Linda. It's after midnight already. Your body needs a rest. You did a full set out there.
Who needs it? I'll rest when I'm dead.
When she's dead. The morgue is full of dreams and ambitions. From that moment, her fate was set. What am I saying? It was set before she was born. That's how it is for all of us. Some of us know it, and a lot of us don't. Linda, she thought it was creating the moment as it happened. And I guess for a while, she did. Oh, she had her fair share of knockarounds. Didn't bother her, though. She'd always say she wasn't here to make company. I remember the night Maxine Mitchell, she was a dime dance girl, had a run-in with Linda.
Look who Loose Change dragged in. Some wannabe Chicagoite who thinks she can become somebody just by waving a fan with some fancy footwork. Don't think you coming in here and mess this system up we've got going here.
It doesn't make any difference to me. I'm not here to have company.
Oh, sure you are. You dishwasher dames are all the same. I've been head of this outfit here for 6 years now. Ain't no small-time Jane about to knock me off my beat.
You may be head, but Jimmy just gave me lead.
Lead? How did you get in so good? Nobody talks to Jimmy. I've been bucking for that part for months, and if anybody gets it, it should be me.
Change set it up. Maybe he was tired of dirty dishwater.
Why you?
Save it, Post Park Avenue phony. I don't have to pretend where I come from, and the places I've been you'd be afraid to go. So don't start pushing unless you want to fall back on that lip of yours.
I oughta rip!
Linda, you in here?
What do you mean busting in here? This ain't no peep show.
With you in here, Maxine, how could it be?
Was that a crack?
No, the hole's not big enough. But I'm sure if it were the fellas, still wouldn't bother. Why pay full price when they can get you for wholesale?
You dirty double rat-faced son of a...
Shoe salesman? Yes, Father did peddle shoes, but with feet as flat as his, he couldn't have done anything else. Linda, listen. Maxine. Save your arm for the Dodgers. They may need a pitcher next season. The theater here is doing fine. Here's the scoop, Linda. They've bumped opening night up. Jimmy says he's going to push you around every corner of New York City, play you up as the biggest thing since Sophie Tucker and Sally Rand combined. He says when opening night hits, the crowd will line the streets to get a look at New York's sizzling sensation.
You mean scandal sensation.
Out, Maxine. Get out of here. You're late for rehearsal already.
And so it went. Just like I expected, just like she planned. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing, knowing, or seeing Linda Joyce on every turning corner, from New York City to Chicago. Chicago was proud to be the city who birthed Linda Joyce. She was in every highbrow nightclub and theater house that could afford her price. And brother, they'd have mortgaged their bank accounts if they needed to get her. Then came a man. Like most women in this racket, men come and go. But a man comes in and he disrupts the talent, and Linda wasn't immune.
To lay it down exactly like Change put it, quote, jive on the beat is that this Buddy G done jumped the port sporting Dicty notes. I ain't whistling Dixie about no fuse and tubes. I'm talking tog to the bricks and a real jitterbug. So take it slow and play it free and easy. You hook this gate on your slate and this frolic pad will be jumping off with a copacetic killer dealer the land o' darkness ain't never seen. I can start raising the line, more gravy in my kick and turn the apple upside down, inside out. Now the gate's outside waiting for you with some other blokes. Told him to give you 5 ticks. So shake a tail, Linda, end quote. I stopped him at the door and told him, better let me break it to you.
Did he now? So let me get this straight. Word on the street is that this fellow just arrived in town with no small-time money, dressed to kill from head to toe and a real swing fan. He wants me to will him in to attract more business so that he can start charging more money, which brings more profit to his pocket, and him make more money?
I think that about covers it right.
Wrong. There was one word missing from that whole lineup. Me. It'd serve him right if I walked out of this place, period. And you're always gumming up the works. I ain't Charlie and you ain't Bergen, so don't play me for the dummy.
He's willing to pay you 10%. Said it's worth any price.
30,
15,
40,
20,
50.
Something must be wrong here. We're both going up.
Tell Change to forget it. You're bothering me. I wouldn't take it for 100% anyway. It ain't worth my time. Besides, you got Maxine Mitchell on the payroll.
50 it is.
Send it in. Oh, and Caden, tell Change it was nice doing business with him.
It's bad business when you mix women and men into the equation for a profit. But someone like Linda didn't see the math. She only saw the money. With her new bow in a knot, Linda got her own club out of it. And anybody who was anybody was there. Even her old friend Maxine Mitchell.
My, if it ain't Samson and Delilah.
No, Sodom and Gomorrah, but I'll give you an autograph anyway.
I wouldn't climb on that high horse of yours if I were you. You're liable to break your neck before you get through.
Thank you, Mortimer Snurd. But really, Maxine, I've grown too old to play games with wooden dummies.
She called me a dummy. Her.
who has string tied to her tail.
Better fix your nose, Anne. It's crooked.
She's getting better with her pitches.
From there came other things, pretty little bottles that lit the sky in all colors. Linda became very familiar and very friendly to a little place called Chinatown. When I asked her, why would she do it?
To err is human.
First, one must acquire a soul for such an excuse.
Soon the engagements doubled, tripled, and the bottles quadrupled. She pushed herself until she was living months ahead of time. Where did that get her?
All right, sister, you too.
That friendly place in Chinatown was raided. Everyone was bought in. A little matter of not paying up on books, if you know what I mean. Everyone turns a blind eye in this city so long as you pay for it, especially the officials.
I'm ready for my phone call.
She made the wrong call to the right guy. The one that Change told her about all those months ago. The one who shelled out for that personal night spot the city was attracted to. The one who actually played it straight in this crooked world. That's the one she turned her back on all those nights and days in Chinatown. The one who could have helped her, if she wanted help. But when she called, it was too late for her.
I didn't think you'd show.
I remember exactly what he told me to tell her. I said I would. I could see his eyes were cold when he told me about what happened that night. He told Linda, what a fortuitous piece of a hand. Here you are and here I am. Fancy you putting so much trust in me.
Where else could I put it?
Left yourself wide open on that one, Linda. We'll let it slide. You're going to need more than a neck brace from that fall. Something you'll never obtain. Something you never had at all. Humanity.
You! Lucifer, son of the morning, giving lectures on humanity. Humanity. That's an ugly thing to say to anybody. Common or decent.
I didn't say it to anybody, Linda, he told her. I said it to you. When I got wind of what happened to Linda, I rushed over to the police station. I passed her, Lucifer, son of the morning, coming out while I was coming in. He didn't have to say anything. It was written on his face loud and clear, but he told me what happened inside anyway. I knew then that would be the last time I'd ever see Linda, alive or not. I couldn't say then. I didn't know. But the last time, all the same. I went inside knowing that she had already taken out, left right after he'd bailed her out, and probably a slap on the jaw for his trouble. Deserved? Well, the next morning, it was all over the streets of the city.
Paper, paper, get your Harlem Gazette. King gives queen sling. Paper, paper, get your paper. King gives queen sling.
Here, boy, give me one of those papers.
Here you go, miss.
HARLEM. Linda put in the clink without her mink. With Chinatown beau no one knows. Her king departs today on the low, giving Linda the fluff and hidey-ho, shutting the club down because Linda got around. You may think she's just a lackluster lush, but we all know her as Linda Joyce, the dame who could make Minnie the Moocher blush. Oh, Linda, what have you done? Last I heard, the joints she welcomed made Chinatown look like 21. She drew deeper and deeper until she couldn't see her way out. Kind of reminded me of that Dick Powell picture. What is it? Gold Diggers of 1935. Lullaby of Broadway. That's it. With that dame at the end, the haunting melody, the over-chanting of rhythm, the death in the end, that was Linda Joyce, all right. Right till the end. Well, boys, you've heard my story. Write her up nice. She's had enough. Nobody will remember her anyway. She was too big of a star.
Good night, everybody. A Day in the Life of wants to thank you for tuning into our broadcast, and Dominic Review wants to remind you to subscribe to our Dominic Review YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Dominic Review, and share us with others.
We'd like to thank our cast who played the roles in tonight's story, The Case of Linda Joyce, written by Dominic Breckenridge, and the voices provided by me, myself, and I, Jasmine Walden, as Rachael.
and Maxine Mitchell, Tamara Solomon as Pike Anderson and Katie Russell, and A Day in the Life of creator Dominique Breckenridge as Betty Gregg and Linda Joyce. I'm reminding you that all of the women's wardrobe worn tonight in tonight's broadcast was provided by Dominique's private collection.
This has been a Dominique Video production. Good night, everybody.
You keep rocking them out like you did. Wait a minute.
I rock them out too.
Keep rocking them out like you did it out loud. Okay.
Knock.
Knock it.
There we go.
I was gonna keep saying rock it too.
Okay.
Why I ought to rip Linda.
Sorry. I forgot about the door opening.
Oh.
Ah! And I'm sitting over here, and I can't move it now. Is there Jazz is like the jack of all trades. Okay.
Okay.
Would you be able to turn around and do it? Since you're coming in, that could be like a brief pause. To rip your, rip. Okay. You can open and close it. I had door opens, but you can open and close it.
Okay.
So I ought to rip. One more time. Just go ahead and have it open. Just go ahead and have it open. And just if you can slam it if you can. Okay. I ought to rip. And now you to lay it down. Ooh, yes. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
To lay it down exactly like Change put it, quote, jive on the beat, is that this Buddy G?
Just read it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
read it. Because it ain't going to make no sense. Just read it.
Okay. All right. It made sense when I read it in my head. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, that's the end of that. So, are you prepared to stand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can go ahead and stand up first so you can get everything. Oh, you already kind of just hit that side, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, so you're good to go. Okay, so here we go.
Reminding you that all of the women's Okay.